My name is Justin Clark. This is my audition video for The Biggest Loser, season 14. I'm 37 years old. I'm 6'5", 450 pounds, roughly. What I'm about to do is give you kind of a little glimpse into my life. But here we go. Okay, well, this is my closet of a room, so to say. As you can see, I have a lot of pictures on the wall and what have you. I guess what we're showing to you right now was my high school and college diplomas. Over here on the other wall are some awards that I won, that I was given, I should say, while I was in Afghanistan. They also flew a flag in my name over the camp that I worked at. I also received a couple of challenge coins, which is usually reserved for military personnel, not civilians. But I guess they thought very highly of me to be able to be given these. These are probably my two most prized possessions. I don't leave them. I don't take them with me anywhere I go. They stay in a safe place. God forbid if there was ever a fire in this house. The two things that would absolutely 100% be taken with me that I would make a point to grab would be my awards from Afghanistan and my challenge coins. I am very much a big-time New York Yankees fan. I've got a framed picture here. Over here on the other wall I've got another autographed picture of Mariano Rivera. I'm big into the military, especially airplanes and what have you, so that's hence the Blue Angels picture. I'm also a Dallas Cowboys fan, but one of my favorite players, non-Yankee favorite players, was always Cal Ripken Jr. Obviously Derek Jeter. The picture down on the bottom is a picture I drew back in the 80s. It's of Herschel Walker when he played for the Dallas Cowboys. Another moment in my life that I hold dear to me is what happened on 9/11. I'm a very patriotic person. If you want to join me over on, I've got some things laid out on the bed, just to kind of show you some of my interests and what have you. I have my Cowboys blanket on my bed all the time. I love to read. I usually read biographies and autobiographies, and this is just a couple of the probably 30 or 40 that I do own. Back on the 4th of July of 2009, I had the opportunity to meet a pretty famous Yankee. His name is Mickey Rivers. They called him Mick the Quick. I got to meet him. He gave me his autograph. A picture of me actually with him that I had. Like I said yesterday, I got a chance to go to the game. Another gift, another prized possession that would be leaving with me in the house. These were given to me by my friend Dana. They're cufflinks made from pieces of stadium seat from back when the Yankees remodeled the stadium back in the late 70s. I guess now would be the best time to bear it all, so to say. I hate looking at myself in the mirror. It's a struggle that I deal with every day. And it embarrasses me that I allowed myself to get to this point, because I used to be a very athletic person. I used to play softball 3-4 times a week. Basketball was my second favorite sport. My first favorite sport when I was in high school was football. I played football. So now that I'm 37, I'm pretty limited on what I'm able to do now. So this is one of the reasons why, is because, hence, like I said, I'm 6'5", about 450 pounds. As you can see, you know, there's a lot to me. But here's to the side view, and you know, I've got the same kind of belly as everybody else does. You know, I have to do the whole lifting up the belly to be able to button my pants and buckle my belt. The one thing that I have been blessed with is the weight has not caused me to have any medical issues. But as we all know, that could change overnight. One of my other issues is the fact, because of my flat feet, I've had multiple surgeries on both feet. Now you can see all my scars that I have. And that's on one. I've had 2 bone fusions in that foot, as you can see from the outside and inside. And I've had one on the right, as you can see the scar. And that really causes an issue. I'm being on my feet all the time. Sometimes it takes me 20-30 minutes to get out of bed every day because my feet hurt so bad. And that is everything to do with the weight that I carry around. I miss being able to play softball. I miss the fact that I can't run around the backyard with my nephew. And that's one of the biggest things that I want to change about myself. Get myself to a better place so I can physically get back to doing the things I used to do. The other thing is I don't want my nephew to bury me at an early age. And if I keep going the way I'm going, there's a good chance that could happen. I'm going to show you what I used to do, 2, 3, 4 times a week when I would come home from work. Felt like grabbing something to eat while I was out, do the whole Mickey D run or whatever. I'm going to have to show you the little process it takes of having to get into the car. Right now, because I am carless, I'm sharing a vehicle with my mother, so I have to adjust the seat every time I have to get in, because 1, I'm tall, and 2, I'm fat, so I have to really get a shoehorn and put myself in this car. So I have to move it all the way back, lower it all the way down, and then I have to tilt it back some. And that's more because of my height, not my weight. But then, we'll actually have to get into the car. And that's about it, because the seat's all the way back, I really don't have the issue with my stomach getting in the way. I'll meet you guys on the road. Alright, so here I am in the car. Now we're going to go to McDonald's. Back a few months ago I got hurt at work, so I had to change jobs. But my job before then was I did a lot of office cleaning and what have you. And on Thursdays I would go in between my jobs, instead of going home and grab something to eat at home, which would have been a lot healthier, I would make my weekly trip to McDonald's. I would probably spend about $15, which when you're ordering things off the cheaper part of the menu, $15 is a lot of food. And I would go back and I would sit in the parking lot waiting for my start time, and I would eat it all in a matter of 15-20 minutes. It's one thing I've always done is I've always eaten fast, which, whether you're eating healthy or not, eating fast is not healthy. Yesterday I actually got to go to a Yankee game, so yesterday was a bad food day. I spent about $40 on food, and I had a hot dog, I had some sliders, fries, I had this big shaved beef sandwich, and I had a soda yesterday, which is the first soda I've had in a long time. So, needless to say, I was not feeling too hot. But my favorite restaurant to go to is the Olive Garden, especially in September, for their never-ending pasta bowl. So Olive Garden, if you're hearing this and you see this, just remember that. The reason I don't like going there anymore is because, the chairs that they have at the tables have arms and the seats are too narrow and I can't fit in them. And the other seats they have are booths, and I don't fit in the booths because I'm obviously quite portly, and I'm not going to sit there and feel like I'm a sardine just to eat a meal that I probably shouldn't be eating anyway. So as you can see, we're pulling up to McDonald's. I'm just kind of showing the routine that I used to do. Again, I'm not going to eat it, but I'm going to show it to you. So I'd come up and, I'd spend my $15 or so, order a bunch of crap off the menu, and I would eat. I'd either sit here in the parking lot and eat, or I'd go back to my job and wait till I can start work, and I would eat.
Now, you're talking about your financial situation with the not going out to restaurants, not only because it's bad for you, but because you can't really afford to go out that much. And you want to get into a little bit about what your financial situation is.
All right.
You don't have to go into great detail, just, an idea.
The one thing that I've always struggled with in my life is properly handling my finances. Money always burns a hole in my pocket. I always put other things above the important things, like paying bills. Now I'm in a financial situation where the only thing I can pay is bills because I neglected them for so long. One of them is student loans. I went to culinary school, and instead of paying my bills when I was supposed to, I neglected them, which now my loans have gone into default, and now I have to pay no matter what, or they come after my mom for the money, who she was so kindly to co-sign. So I don't do anything. I don't go out. I don't go to restaurants. I don't go hang out with my friends at the bars, even though I'm not a really big fan of going out drinking anymore. I don't like the big crowds. But my whole life I never was able to handle money properly. I would, but I can't spend it on myself, and that's always been a problem for me. I have no problem spending it on my friends, outside of obviously the necessities of food and what have you. Like, I would go to the store to buy clothing that I would desperately need, and if I didn't come home and immediately rip the tags off the clothes, they would go back, because I have buyer's remorse. So I always felt guilty spending money on myself. Well, here we are in the kitchen. One of my biggest things I used to do, and I really haven't done much anymore, is my late night snacking. I would eat all kinds of snack food. Not really big on sweets. I love the savory. One of my most favorite things, and I just found that they came up with a new flavor since I have quit eating, is Doritos. Absolutely love Doritos, and I would eat them by the bag. Not just a few chips here and there. I would sit and polish off the entire bag. Another thing for me is cheese and crackers. I can eat cheese by the block. And went to the store the other day and found some cheese that was on sale. So I grabbed some. So pretty much I would eat cheese and crackers, Doritos. Sometimes I'd even have a beer. Most of the time I drink iced tea or something along those lines. But that's what I would have. And while I'm in the kitchen, I would also keep a stock of bratwurst, already cooked bratwurst or whatever. And I wouldn't even heat them up. I'd just throw a little bit of ketchup on the end of it and take a bite. A little bit more ketchup, take another bite. I'll eat them cold. I don't care. And then a little bit later on in the evening, after I'm done with the cheese and crackers, I might even have a hankering for something sweet. And there always used to be ice cream in the house. So I would come and check and see. Oh my, guess what? We have some ice cream. Perry's Ice Cream in upstate New York. Phenomenal ice cream. And I'd have a bowl of ice cream. Another one of my little come out to the kitchen and find something to snack on real quick while I'm in the kitchen. Peanut butter. Oh my God, I cannot live without peanut butter, and I can eat it by the spoonful. I'd even get cans of Campbell's soup, the chunky soups and whatever. Some of them are so good. I'd eat them straight out of the can. I don't even heat it up. If it's already cooked, it's not going to kill me. It wasn't because I was hungry. It was because I was bored. And because it was there. If it's not there, I'm not going to eat it. If it's there, guess what? It's gone. Alright, so here I am. So I'm going to go ahead and sit here at the table. And I'm going to eat some of the things that I would eat late at night in bed. I've got my cheese and crackers. I did get myself, bratwurst. Already fully cooked, so guys don't worry, I'm not eating anything raw. I got myself a beer because I don't have anything else to drink right now, and so I guess I'll have a beer. So I would have my beer or whatever I'm drinking, and my buffet. So, I can't believe I'm going to eat in front of the camera. That was one of the other reasons why I didn't want to eat at a restaurant and whatever, because, you know, eating with people is one thing, but actually being filmed eating is totally another thing. So, these bratwursts actually have cheddar cheese in them. They're absolutely awesome. They are much better heated up, but I don't want to eat. And then our cheese and crackers. And beer to wash it down.
All right, I got a couple questions for you here.
Okay.
What sort of things or people are you going to look to for motivation if you get on the show?
Wow. We're really jumping to the point, huh?
We sure are.
Well, I have about 3 or 4 very close friends who have been very supportive of me in everything that I do, no matter what it is. I have my good friend Duffy. He's been my best friend for a lot of years. Ever since I moved to New York. Back up to New York, I should say. Another friend is my friend Dana. She lives out in California. My friend Dilly, who is actually doing all the videotaping. Say hi, Dilly.
Hi, Dilly.
And one of my closest, dearest friends, Sarah O'Neill, who has been pretty much the driving force behind me doing everything I'm doing now. Wanting to make the change for the better for myself, not anybody else. I used to think that making changes for everybody else, I'd be okay, you know, because then I'd know that the benefit would benefit me also. But I learned that I can't love anybody else until I can love myself.
How much longer do you think you have in your current situation?
I don't have any other medical issues in regards to my health other than the fact that I'm fat. But that can change at any time. If I keep going the way I'm going, and allowing the stress to get me, if I make it to 50, I'd be shocked.
If a young child makes a comment about you like, wow, he's fat, or look at that guy, Mom, because he doesn't know any better, how does that make you feel when that happens, if it happens?
It makes me sick to my stomach, because I never always used to be big. Because I know I have a lot more to offer people than what they can see from the outside. It's depressing, hurtful, makes me not even want to get out of bed in the morning. I want to change. I want to be healthy, and I want to live a long and productive life. I appreciate the questions, Tilly. You're right, they were kind of tough.
How would you feel if The Biggest Loser chooses you to be on their show?
I would cry. I would cry because I knew that it was just the beginning of me changing. I would feel ecstatic that somebody saw something in me that was worthy of their time. Definitely not doing it for the money. Yes, that is a bonus, but I'm doing it to change myself and to be able to use what I learned to help other people.